Hey everyone, I've been seeing this Razer Blade Stealth 13 popping up all over my feed lately, and after spending a solid week with it, I get why. It's one of those rare laptops that actually feels like it can keep up with both workdays and gaming nights without breaking a sweat. So today I'm breaking down whether it's worth the hype and who it's really for. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the Blade Stealth 13 is built like a tank but still slips into most backpacks. The CNC aluminum body is solid enough that I stopped worrying about dings during my commute, and at 2.8 pounds it's lighter than most gaming rigs I've carried. The 13.3-inch 1080p screen is bright and color accurate enough for both spreadsheets and late-night sessions, though I do wish the 60Hz refresh rate felt a little snappier when I'm scrolling through long documents. I mean, we're used to seeing higher refresh rates on gaming laptops, but for an Ultrabook, this is more than sufficient. One thing I noticed during my testing was how well the laptop handles everyday tasks. I'm talking about browsing the web, checking email, and working on documents. It's all seamless. The Intel Core i7-1065 G7 and 16GB of RAM make quick work of even the most demanding tasks, and I never felt like the laptop was struggling to keep up. I can run Chrome with 30 tabs, Slack, and a couple of light creative apps without the fan sounding like a jet engine. It's impressive, to say the least. But what really sets the Blade Stealth 13 apart is its gaming performance. The NVIDIA GTX 1650 Max-Q tucked inside is a real surprise. It's not a desktop replacement, but it handles most modern indie and esports titles at medium settings around 60 FPS. I played Valorant and Rocket League on my lunch break and didn't feel like I was missing out, which is more than I can say for some Ultrabooks that throttle under load. Of course, if you're used to playing AAA titles at max settings, you might be a little disappointed, but for a laptop this size, it's more than capable. Storage is a single 512GB NVMe SSD, so if you're used to carrying terabytes of raw footage or game libraries, you'll probably want to offload some files to an external drive. That said, the slot is upgradable, so popping in a bigger drive later is straightforward if you're comfortable with a screwdriver. I think this is a great feature, as it gives you the flexibility to upgrade your storage as needed, without having to worry about voiding the warranty. One feature I didn't expect to use much but now can't live without is the biometric security. The fingerprint reader sits right under the touchpad and unlocks the machine in under a second. No more typing passwords when my hands are full of coffee. It's a small thing, but it makes a big difference in terms of convenience. And let's not forget the Chroma RGB lighting. It's pure Razer flair. I set it to a soft purple glow for work and switched to a pulsing green for gaming nights. It's not essential, but it makes the laptop feel uniquely yours. Thunderbolt 3 support is a huge plus if you're into external monitors or fast data transfers. I hooked up a 4K display through a single cable and the video output was crisp, plus I could daisy chain a dock for extra USB ports and Ethernet. Wi-Fi 6 keeps the connection stable even when my phone and laptop are both fighting for bandwidth at a coffee shop. It's great to see Razer including these features, as it makes the laptop feel more like a premium product. Battery life is the one area where realism sets in. You're not getting all-day endurance here. Expect around 4 to 5 hours of mixed use, maybe 6 if you dim the screen and kill the RGB. That's fine for me because I treat it as a carry-anywhere gaming machine rather than a travel laptop, but if you're constantly on the road without outlets, you'll want to pack the charger. I think this is a fair trade-off, considering the laptop's size and weight. On the downside, the keyboard is a little shallow compared to full-size gaming laptops, so if you're used to deep travel, you might need a week to adjust. And while the Max-Q GPU is efficient, don't expect to run Cyberpunk 2077 at max settings without plugging in. These are minor complaints, but worth mentioning nonetheless. All things considered, the Razer Blade Stealth 13 is a fantastic middle ground for anyone who wants a sleek daily driver that can moonlight as a gaming machine. It's not perfect, but the build quality, performance, and port selection make it feel like a future-proof investment rather than a flashy impulse buy. In conclusion, the Razer Blade Stealth 13 is a great choice for anyone looking for a versatile and powerful laptop. It's not the cheapest option out there, but I think it's worth every penny. If you're still on the fence, the link is waiting for you below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.